If you know, you know. And we all know Errol Spence mainly wants a Manny Pacquiao fight next. That being said, he's getting Danny Garcia instead. Apparently, Manny Pacquiao doesn't like the fact that Errol Spence is a fighter that could outbox the boxer and outfight the fighter in the inside, and he a tremendous inside fighter. And that's something Manny Pacquiao is not comfortable with, is inside fighting, even though he claimed he wants toe-to-toe action. And that's what Errol Spence brings to the table, including 1 million pay-per-view buys if Manny chooses to fight Errol. However, he doesn't want that smoke with the Texas boy, Errol Spence, the Truth Jr., for good reasons. I mean, Manny's a living legend. He's 41 years old. The last thing he wants is a war with a warrior like Errol Spence, and he ain't ready for a war like a Barrera Morales type of a fight. And I don't think he believes he has it in him. That's why he's not looking forward to that fight, even though it's the biggest money fight and biggest legacy fight that Manny Pacquiao could take at this point. He's still begging and looking for a Floyd Money Mayweather rematch. Manny, let it go, let it go. Floyd ain't gonna rematch you no more. So I don't know what's the big deal with Manny, because the Errol Spence fight is on the table for 3 belts. A huge legacy fight, a huge money fight. But he doesn't want to get smoked. He doesn't want to get forced out of boxing, and Errol Spence will force him out of boxing. Unlike Thurman, who claimed he was going to crucify him, Errol Spence will definitely retire him for sure. That being said, Manny Pacquiao knows what's best for him, and that's not to fight Errol Spence, and stay away from Errol Spence as much as possible. I mean, the last time that Manny fought a southpaw, it was in 2006 or 2007, if I recall correctly. So that's a long time ago. And now you're telling Manny Pacquiao to get in a ring with an Olympian southpaw that has more skill and more fundamental sound than a Manny Pacquiao himself? You gotta be kidding. And obviously people can't separate, or the Pacquiao fans can't separate between having better skill and being fundamentally sound and being gifted. And for the people that don't know, the difference is being gifted, that means you have more talent. However, being more skilled, that means you make less mistakes when you're in that ring. For example, what got Manny Pacquiao knocked out against Marquez the first time is jumping in there, throwing 2 jabs, telegraphing your offense, and Marquez already read his offense and it was readable, so he timed him with the perfect right hand and knocked him out. Now, Errol Spence wouldn't make a mistake that would cause him to fight in such a fashion. And Manny sure ain't trying to revisit them moments fighting a guy like Errol Spence. So that's why he's staying away from Errol Spence as much as possible, even though it's the biggest money fight, the smartest business decision, and biggest legacy fight as well. So you're hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. That being said, Manny is not Errol Spence's next opponent. That's Danny Garcia. They feel that it's a better matchup right now for Errol Spence than the Sean Porter rematch, even though Errol Spence called for it. However, I'd rather see Porter fight Terence Crawford. Let's see how Terence Crawford performs. I definitely interested in a Danny Garcia bout, even though the timing of it is just off. I mean, Danny Garcia been ducking for years, man. And as soon as table turned and Errol Spence became the money man of the division and the face of the division, even though he was the boogeyman, now he became the money man. So Errol Spence need to change his motto from man down to man up, because now even a Danny Garcia is manning up to go in the ring with him. Nah, that's news. That being said, Danny sees flaws that he feel that he could capitalize on that Errol Spence made during the Sean Porter fight, which one of them he stated is being stationary. Now, in my opinion, Errol Spence will fight Danny Garcia totally different than he fought Sean Porter. Keep in mind, Danny Garcia ain't Sean Porter. He can't fight in the inside like Sean Porter. He's not as awkward, and he doesn't have the hand speed or foot speed of Sean Porter. However, he has better counter ability. He has better timing and more power, obviously, but he's more basic. That being said, Danny Garcia is definitely a fighter that's easier to prepare for and easy to find sparring partners for. So I see Errol Spence outboxing Danny Garcia and fighting him mixed between how he fought Mikey Garcia and Sean Porter. I believe more so how he fought Mikey Garcia, especially how he boxed him early, then turned it up on him later in the fight. Just like how Lamont Pearson fought him. And we saw how successful Lamont Pearson was. So I believe Errol Spence will have a similar game plan to where he fought Mikey, box him early, then turn it up on him later in the fight and possibly take him out of there. So we all know Danny Garcia got a granite chin. So if Errol Spence is going to get him out of there, it's going to be toward the body. That being said, it's going to be a tremendous fight, even though I wanted to see a Manny Pacquiao fight. And the timing of it, like I said, Danny's been ducking for years. Now he wants to smoke, like really. But we'll see Danny Garcia, what he's going to bring to the table against the Errol Spence. It's still a good name. And he has a lot of great future bouts between him and Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao, and Terence Crawford, which they talking about making all them fights for 2020. So the sky's the limit for Errol Spence. He's starting the year off strong against Danny Garcia. So drop your comments. Subscribe below if you're trying to get smart about the minute. If you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't. And listen to these casual fans. Follow Lunatune Boxing for the funniest boxing memes. If you're not following Lunatune, you're missing out on the laugh or two early in the morning when you log in to IG. So all these links will be in the description box below. Follow me at IKTV as well on Instagram. Click on the notification bell to get notified every time we go live. And like I always say, make sure you subscribe, because if you're trying to get smart about the day, subscribe below. If you're trying to get dumb about a minute, don't. And listen to these casual fans. It's that simple. Be on the lookout for Split Decision. That's my new show that I'm hosting. It's a boxing debate show. So make sure y'all be on the lookout for that. This upcoming week, we will host episode 3. So check me out on that, and to be continued on the next episode of IKTV. Peace, and we out.